Welcome dear students. Today we are going to solve practice problem number 6 on page number 59. Let's begin reading question number 6. Archana and Prerna are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio 2:1. Ratio is given, so we will underline this. With the help of the following trial balance and adjustments given below, you are required to prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2019 and balance sheet as on that date. Before we begin with the trial balance, let's quickly revise our symbols. For trading account, T. For profit and loss account, P and L. For partners capital or current account, PCA. Asset, A, and liability, L. Let's begin reading our trial balance. We start from the debit balance. Stock 1/4/2018, that's my opening stock, which will go in my trading account. Patent, asset. Sundry debtors, asset. Stock of stationery, it is a stock of stationery which is my asset. Trademark, asset. Bills receivable, asset. Electricity and charges, profit and loss account. Wages, trading. Heating and lighting, trading account. Trade expense. Students, when trade expense is given, we have to quickly look down. We have to move down and check if we have any general expense. No, we do not have any other expenses. So when we do not have any other expense, trade expense goes in your profit and loss account. Sales return, trading account. Land and building, asset. Furniture, asset. Cash at bank, asset. Investment, assets. Drawings, PCA. Bad debts, profit and loss account. Purchases, trading account. We have completed our debit balance. We will now move on to our credit balance. Capital, PCA. Other loans, loans will go in my liability. Reserve fund, liability. Sundry creditors, liability. Bills payable, liability. Purchase return, trading account. RDD will go in my bad debts table. Sales, trading account. Interest, profit and loss account. With this, students, we have completed our step number 1, identification. We will now begin with our second step, that is reading the adjustment and marking star in the trial balance. Remember, students, anything related to goods, capital and drawings, we do not mark any star in the trial balance. So let's read adjustment number 1. Stock on 31st March 2019 is valued at cost price rupees 12,000 and market price rupees 17,000. Stock and at the end of the year, this is related to my closing stock, which means I will not mark any star. But students, in this adjustment, they have given us two amounts, cost price 12,000 and market price 17,000. Remember, students, we had told you, whenever closing stock is asked, we will always take the value whichever is less. So amount 12,000, this will be our closing stock. We move on to our next adjustment, number 2. Our customer, Mr. Shekhar, failed to pay his dues of rupees 800. Customer means a person from whom money is receivable, which means he is my debtor. And now he has failed to pay his dues, which means he has become my bad debt. So let us mark star for debtors and bad debts. So I will mark star for debtors and I will also mark star for my bad debts. Adjustment number 3. 1/8 of the patent are to be written off. Written off means to be removed. So it's like depreciation. So we will underline, we will mark a star for patent. So let's move on to our trial balance. For patent, I'll mark a star. Adjustment number 4. A part of furniture rupees 5,000 is purchased on 1st October 2018. This is an information given to us. This is an information that one of our asset, that is furniture, is purchased on 1st of October. So when we are calculating depreciation on furniture, we have to consider this date. So let's move to our adjustment number 5. Depreciation on land and building 10% and on furniture 5%. So let's mark star for land and building and furniture. So I'll mark star for land and building and furniture. Adjustment number 6. Outstanding expenses, wages rupees 300 and electricity charges rupees 200. I have to mark star for wages and electricity charges. So let us mark star for electricity charges and for wages. We now move on to the last adjustment, adjustment number 7. Allow interest on capital 3%. Interest on capital, I told you students, anything related to capital, we do not mark any star. So with this students, we have completed our step number 2, reading the adjustments and marking star in the trial balance. We are now ready to begin with our step number 3, writing it in the inner column and the outer column. But students, you remember, before doing that, we will first write some basic things. So on trading account debit side, I begin with to opening stock. Next is to purchases, less returns. On my credit side of trading account, I will write buy sales, less returns. Profit and loss account, on the debit side, I will write my bad debts table, 2 bad debts, which comes from my trial balance, plus FBD, adjustment, plus RDD, adjustment, and less old RDD, which comes from my trial balance. Balance sheet asset side, I will write my debtors table. So I'll write debtors, which comes from my trial balance, minus FBD and minus RDD. Both comes from my adjustment. Ready to begin with the trial balance. From the debit side, we have stock. So we will write it in our trading account. So trading account, we have already written opening stock. We'll directly write the amount in the outer column, 8,560. Next is patent, which we will write it on the asset side. There is a star. So we will write it in the inner column. Patent, will mark a star, write it in the inner column. Next is sundry debtors. We have already written debtors and the table. We will directly write it in the inner column, 18,500. Next is stock of stationery. Again on the asset side, I'll write stock of stationery. There is no star, so I'll write in the outer column. Next is trademark. Again on the asset side, I'll write trademark. No star, outer column. Next is bills receivable. Again on the asset side, I will write bills receivable. There is no star, outer column. Next is electricity charges, which will go in my profit and loss account. There is a star. So profit and loss account debit side, I'll write to electricity charges. There is a star. I'll write it in the inner column 1450. Next is wages, which will go in my trading account. There is a star. We will write it in the inner column. So trading account on the debit side, I'll write to wages. There is a star. I'll write it in the inner column 950. Next is heating and lighting, 1000 rupees again on my trading account. So I'll write to heating and lighting. There is no star, so I'll write it in the outer column 1000. Next is trade expense, which will go in my profit and loss account. So profit and loss account debit side, I'll write to trade expense. There is no star, I'll write it in the outer column 850. Next is sales return, which will be in my trading account. So trading account on the credit side, I have already written returns. So in the inner column, I'll write 400. Next is land and building. There is a star. It will be written on my asset side. So on my asset side, I will write land and building. I will mark a star. I'll write it in the inner column 22,000. Next is furniture. Again, it's an asset and there is a star. So again on my asset side, I'll write furniture. I'll mark a star, inner column 13,000. Next, cash at bank, again on the asset side. So cash at bank, there is no star, so I'll write it in the outer column 5,000. Next, investment, again on the asset side. There is no star, I'll write it in the outer column 7,500. Next is drawings, which will go in my PCA. So on the debit side of my partner's capital account, I will write to drawings. Archana will be 1,200 and Prerna will be 900. Next is bad debts, which will be written in my profit and loss account. So in profit and loss account debit side, I have already written the bad debts table. So I'll just write it in the inner column, bad debts 200. Next we have purchases, which will be written in my trading account debit side. I have already written purchases. So in the inner column, I'll write 23,700. With this, we have completed with the debit balance. We will now move on to the credit balance. So on the credit side, we have capital account, which will be written in my PCA. On the credit side, on the first line, I'll write down buy balance brought down. Archana will be 40,000 and Prerna will be 20,000. Next is other loans, which will be on my liability side. So on my liability side, I will first leave around 4 to 5 lines and then I will write other loans. Since there is no star, I'll write it in the outer column 3,000. Next is reserve fund, again on my liability. So liability side, I'll write reserve fund. There is no star, outer column. Next, sundry creditors on the liability side. So again on the liability side, I'll write sundry creditors. There is no star, outer column 17,500. Next is bills payable. Again on the liability side, I will write down bills payable. There is no star, I'll write it in the outer column 5,000. Next is purchase return, which will be written in my trading account. So on trading account debit side, I've already written returns. I'll only write the amount 1,000. My table is completed. 23,700 minus 1,000 will give me 22,700 in the outer column. Next is RDD, which will be written in my bad debts table. So profit and loss account debit, I've already written my bad debts table. Old RDD, which comes from my trial balance, I will only fill in the blank and write the amount here as 500. Next is sales, which will be written in my trading account. So trading account credit side, sales I've already written in the inner column 30,200. I have now completed my sales table. So 30,200 minus 400 will give me 29,800 in the outer column. Next is interest, which will be written in my profit and loss account on the credit side. So profit and loss account credit side, I will write by interest directly in the outer column 310. With this, students, we have completed with our step number 3, that is inner column and outer column. We will now begin with our step number 4, adjustments. Remember, students, adjustments have 2 effects. So let us start with the first adjustment. Stock on 31st March is valued at cost price rupees 12,000 and market price rupees 17,000. This is my closing stock. So closing stock, my first effect will come in my trading account. I told you there are 2 amounts given. You will take the amount whichever is less. So my amount will be 12,000. So on trading account credit side, I will write buy closing stock. In the outer column 12,000. This is my first effect. My second effect will be on the asset side. I will write closing stock. In the outer column 12,000. Adjustment number 2. Our customer Mr. Shekhar failed to pay his dues of rupees 800. Our customer Shekhar is our debtor. So this is an amount which he has not paid us, which means it is a further bad debts. So my first effect will be on the asset side, debtors table, my further bad debts is rupees 800. This is my first effect. My second effect will be in profit and loss account debit side. I have already written FBD, so I'll only fill in the blank. Amount is 800. There is no RDD, so I'll put a dash, and I have completed with my bad debts table. So let us do our additions. 200 plus 800 will be 1000. 1000 minus 500 will give me 500 in the outer column. We have also completed our debtors table. There is no RDD, so we will put a dash. I will minus it. 18,500 minus 800. So 17,700 in the outer column. So with this, we have completed with our bad debts and debtors table. Let's move on to our adjustment number 3. 1/8 of the patent are to be written off. I told you, students, written off is like my depreciation. So let us do our first effect. So on my asset side, I have already written patent. I'll say less 1/8 to be written off. Let's do the calculation for this. So my calculation will be, the patent amount is 2,000 rupees and they have told me to calculate 1/8. So 1 upon 8, 8 ones are, 8 twos are 16, 4 carry, 5s are and 0. So my amount is 250 rupees. So I will write the amount over here, 250 rupees. Now I can complete this table. 2000 minus 250 will give me 1750. This is my first effect. My second effect will be in profit and loss account debit side. I will write down to deb on patent. In the outer column, I'll write 250. Adjustment number 4. A part of furniture rupees 5,000 is purchased on 1st October 2018. I told you that this is an information which is given while we are calculating depreciation on furniture. So let us go ahead with adjustment number 5. Adjustment number 5. Depreciation on land and building at the rate of 10% and on furniture 5%. Let us first do the depreciation on land and building at 10%. So my first effect will be on the asset side. I have already written land and building, so I'll say less debt at the rate of 10%. 22,000, 10% will give me 2,200. I can minus it. 22,000 minus 2,200 will give me 19,800. This is my first effect for the depreciation. My second effect will be in profit and loss account debit side. I will write down to debt on land and building. I will write the amount in the outer column, 2,200. Let's continue with the fifth adjustment, and on furniture it is 5%. So remember, I told you students, for furniture 5% we have to take this information for calculating depreciation. So let us first do our calculation. So our furniture amount was given to us was 13,000, out of which they have said that 5,000 is purchased on 1st October. So we will bifurcate this amount of furniture. 5,000 rupees was bought in the month of October. So what will be bought at the beginning of the year? So from 13,000 I will minus 5,000. So I'll get an amount of 8,000 rupees. So this was bought at the beginning of the year and this was in the month of October. So now we can calculate our depreciation. They have said that furniture is calculated at 5%. So let us calculate 5%. This is at the beginning of the year, so we do not have any date. Plus 5,000 furniture, 5%, but it was bought in the month of October. So I'll calculate it for 6 months. So let's do our calculation. 8,000, 5% will give me 400 rupees plus 5,000, 5% for 6 months will give me 125 rupees. That means the total depreciation for furniture is 525. Now let us put this in our effect. So my first effect will be on the asset side. I have furniture. I'll say less debt at the rate of 5%. I've already calculated it. My amount is 525. So 13,000 minus 525 will give me 12,475. This is my first effect. My second effect will be in profit and loss account debit side. I will write down to debt on furniture, and in the outer column I'll write 525. Adjustment number 6, outstanding expenses, wages rupees 300 and electricity charges rupees 200. So let us first do the effect for wages. My first effect for wages will come in trading account debit side. I have already written wages. It's outstanding means I will plus add outstanding 300 rupees. I will now add it 950 plus 300 will give me 1,250. This is my first effect. My second effect will be on the liability side. I will write down outstanding wages, in the outer column 300. Next is electricity charges rupees 200. So my first effect will be in profit and loss account debit side. I have already written electricity charges. I'll write add outstanding 200 rupees. I will now add it 1,450 plus 200 will give me 1,650. This is my first effect. My second effect will be in balance sheet liability side. I will write outstanding electricity charges, in the outer column 200. We move on to our last adjustment, adjustment number 7. Allow interest on capital 3%. So we will have to calculate our interest on our capital amount. Our capital amount for Archana was 40,000 and Prerna is 20,000. So first let's do the calculation. So interest on capital for Archana and for Prerna. The capital amount for Archana was 40,000 rupees and for Prerna it is 20,000 rupees. We have to calculate at the rate of 3%. So let us calculate at the rate of 3%. So 0 and 0 gets cancelled. Archana interest will be 1,200 and for Prerna 200 into 3 will give me 600 rupees. This is my interest on capital. So let us do our effect. So my first effect will be in partner's capital account. On the credit side, I'll write by interest on capital. Archana will be 1,200 and Prerna will be 600. My second effect will be in profit and loss account debit side, as it is an expense for the business. So I will write down to interest on capital. I will underline it, write the name Archana and Prerna. Archana's amount was 1,200 directly in the outer column and Prerna was 600 rupees. With this, students, we have completed our step number 4, adjustments. Now begin with our last step, that is step number 5, closing the books of account and to tally the problem. So let us start with trading account. First we will total up all our debit amount. So when we calculate our debit amount, I get a total of 33,510 rupees. I will now total my credit amount. When I total my credit amount, I get a total of 41,800. Now we will follow the ledger format. Double underline on both the sides. Bigger total to be written on both the sides. So 41,800 will be written on both the sides. From the bigger total, I will minus the smaller total. So 41,800 minus 33,510. I'll get a balance of 8,290, which will be written on top. Now students, my income is more than my expense. When my income is more than my expense, which means my business has made a gross profit. So I'll write down to gross profit carried down. Now this is on my debit side of trading account. And I will write it on the profit and loss account credit side on the first line by gross profit brought down 8,290 rupees. Now students, in the same pattern we will close our profit and loss account. So let us first total our debit side. So when I total my debit amount, I get a total of 7,775. Now I will total my credit amount. So when I total my credit amount, I get a total of 8,600. Now I will close my profit and loss account. So I will double underline on both the side. Bigger total to be written on both the sides. So 8,600, I'll write it on both the side. From the bigger total, I will minus the smaller total. 8,600 minus 7,775. I will get a balance of 825, which I will write it on top. Now again, my income is more than my expense, which means my business has made a profit. So I will write it as 2 net profit transferred to capital account. I will underline this and write the names of my partner, Archana and Prerna. Now students, you know at the beginning of the sum we had read that the partners are ready to share their profit and losses in the ratio of 2:1, which means this net profit will be distributed in the ratio of 2:1. So let us do the calculation. So my net profit was 825. I will have to now calculate it for Archana and for Prerna. So my ratio given to me was 2:1. The total of it is 3. Now how did I get this total? 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So let us calculate it for both the partners. So 825 multiply by 2 upon 3, and for Prerna I'll do 825 multiply by 1 upon 3. So when I do the calculation, I will get an amount of 550 rupees for Archana, and for Prerna I'll get an amount of 275. We will now write the calculation amount in the inner column. Archana was 550 and Prerna was 275. So the total of it is 825. Now this is on my debit side of profit and loss account. It will now go on my partner's capital account on the credit side. I will write by net profit brought down, Archana 550 and Prerna 275. We will now total our partner's capital account. Our credit total is more than the debit, so let us add it up. 40,000 plus 1,200 plus 550 will give me 41,750. 20,000 plus 600 plus 275 will give me 20,875. Now this is my bigger total, so it will be written on both the side. 41,750, 20,875. Now from the bigger total, I will minus the smaller total. 41,750 minus 1,200, I'll get a balance of 40,550. 20,875 minus 900, I'll get a total of 19,975, which is written on top. Now this is written as to balance carried down. Now this is on my debit side of partner's capital account, which will be written on my credit side of balance sheet, that is on my liability side. So on balance sheet liability side, I will give the heading as capital account, underline it, write the names of the partner, Archana, outer column 40,550 and Prerna, in the outer column 19,975. I will now total my liability. So when I total my liability, I get a total of 87,525. Now I will total my asset side. So when I total my asset side, I get the same total as my liability side, that is 87,525. With this, students, we have tallied the sum, and I hope you have understood the problem.